You're at a holiday table or on a video call, or just alone in your room while everyone else seems to be posting warmth and sparkle, and you hear the sentence that sounds innocent but lands like a weight. You should be grateful. Maybe someone says it to you. Maybe you say it to yourself, and for a second you try. You scan your life for reasons. You list the basics: health, family, food, work, shelter. You try to feel the right feeling, but instead of relief, something tightens. You feel guilty for not feeling happier. You feel defective for being sad when everything is fine. You feel pressure to perform thankfulness like it's a moral exam. And then the worst part, the more you force gratitude, the more your real emotions push back like a trapped animal. If this sounds familiar, you're not ungrateful. You're experiencing a pattern I'm going to call the gratitude pressure. And by the end of this video, you'll know why forced positivity backfires, how it quietly turns normal sadness into shame, and a simple toolkit to access real gratitude without gaslighting yourself. Here's the curiosity loop we'll close in a few minutes because it surprises a lot of people. The fastest way to feel more grateful is often to stop chasing gratitude and start giving your emotions a safe place to exist first. Let's name what's happening. Gratitude pressure is when gratitude stops being a natural response and becomes a command. It turns a warm emotion into a performance, and it usually shows up in seasons like Christmas and New Year when culture expects a certain mood. It is not the same as gratitude itself. Real gratitude is spacious. It doesn't need to deny pain. Pressure gratitude is narrow. It demands that you feel good on schedule, and if you don't, it punishes you. And your brain, being your brain, does not respond well to punishment disguised as virtue. Now, why does be grateful sometimes make you feel worse? There are a few simple psychological reasons. One is emotional invalidation. When you tell yourself to be grateful while you're hurting, you're basically telling your nervous system your pain is inconvenient. Your body hears that as abandonment, so the pain intensifies, not because you're dramatic, but because your system is trying harder to be noticed. Another reason is moralization. Gratitude is treated like proof that you're a good person. So when you don't feel it, you don't just feel sad, you feel bad. Sadness becomes a character flaw. That is shame, and shame is sticky. A third reason is comparison. Gratitude pressure often comes with an implied message. Other people have it worse, so you don't get to feel what you feel. But your nervous system doesn't work on global statistics. It works on local reality. It responds to your losses, your exhaustion, your unmet needs. When you compare your pain away, you don't become more grateful. You become more disconnected from yourself. And disconnection kills gratitude because gratitude requires presence. There's also a deeper layer that matters, especially around the holidays. For a lot of people, this season activates what psychologists might call attachment themes. But in plain language, it means old relational patterns. You might be around family that triggers you. You might feel lonely because relationships highlight what's missing. You might feel pressure to be the easy version of yourself so you don't ruin the mood. In that context, be grateful can become a way to keep the peace by silencing the truth. And your mind learns a dangerous rule: my real feelings are a problem. That rule doesn't create gratitude, it creates a mask. Now let's talk about the hidden cost and stakes. Gratitude pressure doesn't just make you uncomfortable in December. It trains your inner life to split into two layers. On the surface, you say, I'm fine, I'm thankful, I'm lucky. Underneath, you carry resentment, sadness, fatigue, or grief with nowhere to go. Then those emotions leak out sideways. Irritability, numb scrolling, overeating, snappy comments, sudden tears, or that hollow feeling when something good happens and you can't fully receive it. It also damages self-respect, because deep down you know when you're forcing yourself. You know when you're pretending. And every time you pretend, a small part of you stops trusting you. That's why the gratitude pressure can make you feel emptier. It's not that gratitude is bad, it's that you're using it as a weapon against yourself. So what do you do instead? Not a million techniques. A small toolkit that turns gratitude back into something real. 4 tools. Each one is designed to be doable today, even if your mood is heavy. Tool 1 is called the permission pivot. Its job is to remove the moral pressure so your nervous system can soften. The permission pivot is one sentence. I'm allowed to feel what I feel, and I'm allowed to appreciate what I appreciate. Notice the order. Feel first, appreciate second. This pivot matters because your brain tries to do the opposite. Appreciate to avoid feeling. But avoidance keeps the body tense, and tension blocks warmth. Here's how you use it in a real moment. You're at a gathering. You feel irritated and tired, and you think, I should be grateful. Other people would love this. Permission pivot. I'm allowed to feel tired. I'm allowed to appreciate parts of this. Then you ask a gentle follow-up. What is one true thing I appreciate right now that doesn't deny my tiredness? Maybe it's the taste of food, the warmth of a drink, one person's effort, a song, a quiet corner. This isn't pretending, it's selective attention without self-betrayal. Micro-experiment for the next 24 hours. The next time you catch the phrase, I should be grateful, replace it with, I'm allowed to feel and I'm allowed to appreciate, and see if your body loosens even slightly. Tool 2 is called the two-column truth. This tool solves the most common trap, thinking you must choose between gratitude and honesty. Two-column truth says you get both. In your mind or on paper, you create two short statements. Column 1 is what hurts is. Column 2 is what still here is. The key is that both statements must be specific and true. For example, what hurts is I feel behind this year and I'm scared I wasted time. What's still here is I kept showing up to work. I stayed kind to someone. I learned something. I'm still trying. Or, what hurts is I miss someone and the holidays amplify it. What's still here is I can remember them. I can reach out to one person. I can create one small ritual. This tool works because it stops your brain from doing all or nothing storytelling. Gratitude isn't meant to erase pain, it's meant to coexist with it. In practice, it looks like this. You're lying in bed scrolling through other people's photos and the story becomes, my life is empty. Two-column truth. What hurts is I feel lonely tonight. What's still here is I have one person I can message, I have my bed, I have my ability to notice what I need. Notice how the second column is not a brag, it's grounding. Micro assignment, tonight, write one two-column truth about your holiday season. Keep it to one sentence each. Then read both sentences like you're reading facts about a human you care about. Tool 3 is called the gratitude without debt rule. This one is huge because a lot of people can't access gratitude without it turning into obligation. You receive something and your brain immediately converts it into I owe. Or you think about your privileges and it turns into I don't deserve. That's not gratitude. That's debt anxiety. Gratitude without debt is a shift. Appreciation is not a contract. Here's how you use it. When you notice that grateful feelings are immediately followed by guilt, you pause and name the pattern. My brain is turning appreciation into debt. Then you choose one of two responses. If the situation involves a person, you turn it into connection, not repayment. You say one honest sentence, thank you, that matters to me. You don't promise 10 things. You don't overcompensate. If the situation involves your own life, you turn it into stewardship, not self-punishment. Stewardship means because I have this, I can care for it. For example, instead of I should be grateful I have a job so I can't complain, you say, I appreciate that I have stability and I also need rest. I'm going to protect my energy. This converts gratitude into a wise action rather than a muzzle. Micro-experiment. The next time gratitude turns into guilt, try saying internally, appreciation is not a contract. And then do one small stewardship action like drinking water, going to bed, cleaning one small area, or sending a thank you message without extra promises. Tool 4 is called the one small warmth practice. This is how you make gratitude something you can actually feel, not just think. Many people try to do gratitude purely cognitively. List 10 things, think positive. But your body is where warmth lives. The one small warmth practice is to pick one tiny sensory moment and stay with it for 10 seconds. The warmth of a mug, the feeling of a blanket, the taste of something you like. A quiet breath near a window. You don't force a label, you just attend. Then you add one sentence, this counts. That sentence is a rebellion against the inner critic that says only big achievements matter. And here's why this works psychologically. Gratitude is often a byproduct of attention. Your brain can't feel warmth toward what it never truly notices. The holidays are full of noise and evaluation. This practice interrupts the evaluation and returns you to contact with life as it is. If you want a comment prompt that helps you feel less alone, here's one. What phrase does gratitude pressure use against you? Is it others have it worse? Stop complaining. You should be happy. Don't ruin it. Be thankful. If you want, share the phrase in the comments. Naming it is the first step to not obeying it automatically. Now let's close the curiosity loop. Why is the fastest route to gratitude often permission, not positivity? Because gratitude is a relational emotion. It arises when you feel safe enough to open. Forced positivity is not safety, it's pressure. And pressure makes the system close. When you allow your real feelings to exist, you stop fighting yourself. That reduces internal noise. Then appreciation can emerge naturally, sometimes quietly, sometimes unexpectedly. It becomes something you discover, not something you perform. This is also why the toolkit starts with permission pivot and two-column truth. They create psychological safety, and from a philosophical angle, there's something deeply humane here. Gratitude is not a requirement to earn the right to be alive. It's a way of noticing what life is already offering you, even in imperfect seasons. You don't have to be cheerful to be grateful. You don't have to be unhurt to appreciate. You just have to be honest enough to let reality be mixed. Mixed is normal. Mixed is adulthood. Mixed is what it means to have a heart. So here's a simple protocol you can remember during the holiday season, especially when you feel that pressure rising. First, permission pivot. I'm allowed to feel and I'm allowed to appreciate. Second, two-column truth. What hurts is, what still here is. Third, gratitude without debt. Appreciation is not a contract. Turn it into connection or stewardship. Fourth, one small warmth. 10 seconds of sensory contact, then this counts. If you practice this, you'll notice something changes. The holidays become less of a moral performance. You become less afraid of your own feelings. And real gratitude, the kind that actually feels warm instead of heavy, becomes more available, not because you forced it, but because you stopped fighting the truth. If this video helped you recognize the gratitude pressure and gave you practical tools to access real appreciation without shame, like the video, share it with someone who feels guilty for not feeling happy this season, and subscribe to Mind Unlocked, because we're building a toolkit for better thinking, clearer communication, and deeper self-understanding, so you can meet your emotions with honesty and build a life that feels more real, more kind, and more yours.